That is correct, my friends. So from the entertainment news straight to the espresso kitchen this morning. We're celebrating cocoa this morning. It's a chocolatey affair on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And we're making chocolate bread with butter with the lovely Kate George this morning because we are asking you, what is better than chocolate bread? Well, nothing much better, but if you pair it with chocolate, it is even better. Okay, cool. So Kate, lovely to have you in studio.
Morning.
Look at this creation right here. And this is our chocolate butter that we're going to be making as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. So this is actually quite an easy recipe. I've got a little bit of butter here.
Yep.
I'm just gonna pop it down. Oh dear.
There we go. Are you managing?
Hang on.
let me see. Let me see how this works. Is that?
No, I feel like a complete idiot. Okay, we're gonna cream our butter.
Okay.
And add some caster sugar to it.
All right.
Until it's light and creamy.
Perfect.
And then one by one, we're gonna pop in some eggs.
Right, slowly go for the eggs.
Yeah.
So you say this is a fairly easy recipe to start making?
If you've got a machine like this and you know how to work it.
All right. Can you literally go by hand as well if you need to?
Yeah, absolutely. The best thing to do if you are doing it by hand is to make sure your butter's soft.
Okay.
Because if it's hard, you're gonna be beating it all the time.
You're gonna be there for a while.
Yeah. So our second egg's gonna go in.
Perfect.
Mix that through beautifully. There we go. And then I've got a little bit of buttermilk here, which is I'm just going to pop in. Right, you can just chuck everything in at the same time. Okay,
so you don't have to go step by step, really.
No, depends how cautious you want to be, but this it's pretty foolproof, so I think you're safe to do it all together.
I think because when it comes to making bread in general, you know, I for one, you know, I'm a little bit hesitant to even try.
Yeah.
You know.
The nice thing about this is it's not a yeast base. It's actually uses bicarb and baking powder as a raising agent.
Okay.
So it's quick. You make it and you pop it in the oven. So our cocoa's going in.
Our star ingredient this morning.
Yeah, the chocolatiness that's going to make it delicious.
All right.
And then I've got a little bit of bicarb.
Okay.
Some baking powder. And some salt. The salt actually brings out the sweetness, believe it or not.
Because it is a flavor enhancer, funny enough, I know this, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to make that cocoa taste even more delicious. Right. Okay, and we're just going to mix all of that together.
You go for it. Take it nice and easy. Exactly what
I'm a bit nervous now. It's going to go everywhere.
Don't worry. It's going to be fine. But remember, we are celebrating cocoa. We're making a whole lot of chocolatey goodness on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. Right now, Kate is showing us how to make this beautiful chocolate bread and butter. If you want to try your hand at this one, all you need to do is SMS the keyword this morning, chocolate, to 33728. That's chocolate to 33728. We'll send you the shopping list. Also add a link to the recipe that you can go follow. Just keep in mind those SMSs do cost R1.50. Okay, oh, well, look at that.
So now we're good to go. We've got a little bit of chopped pecan. Chocolate and pecan is a delicious combination.
Absolutely.
And we're just going to fold that through. And then into the oven. We're going to bake it for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to top it with some chocolate chips.
Oh, wow.
And a little bit more pecan nuts, rather. And then continue in the oven for about 35-40 minutes. Okay. And we will have this delicious chocolate bread that looks just like that.
So you basically just lined it there with some baking paper?
Yeah, so all I'm going to do is just pop it in.
All right, well, I'll tell you what.
It's as simple as that.
While you pop it in there, if you have a question surrounding this specific recipe, you can ask it on our Facebook page, Espresso Morning Show SABC3, with the hashtag AskEspresso, because Zola is in the house. In just a little while, we're going to be taking your answers or your calls and also your questions, and we're going to sort out your culinary conundrums at home. Stick around for that. Remember, you can also ask those questions on Twitter at Espresso Show with the hashtag AskEspresso, either about this recipe or any other problem you are facing in your kitchen at home.
Okay, so let's just imagine that this is all done. I'm going to move it out of the way, and we're going to hit our chocolate butter.
Yes, let's get that one going quickly.
Yeah. So what I've got here, awesome, you're giving it a good stir, is just some melted chocolate. We've just melted it over a bain-marie so it doesn't get too hot. So that's basically an oven-proof bowl over a little bit of simmering water.
Okay, what chocolate did you use for this one? What can you use?
Yeah, the darker the better as far as I'm concerned. Okay, and we've got some soft butter. Again, the softer the better.
Make sure it melts
nicely. You're going to mix that through.
Okay.
And then all I'm going to add is a little bit of vanilla.
Oh, just for a bit of flavour, different flavour as well.
Vanilla also works beautifully with the chocolate.
That's it. Well, look at that melting down very nicely.
Okay,
and it's true. I mean, when you're working with something like this, I mean, you want to take it easy. You don't want to rush this at all.
No, especially with chocolate. It's a very sensitive beast, chocolate. You've got to be very careful. If you get the temperature over basically the equivalent of your body heat,
that's it.
It starts misbehaving very badly.
Well, this guy keeps on melting. If you want to see one more time how we made our chocolate bread and butter, here we go.
Mix flour, cocoa, salt, baking powder, and bicarbonate of soda.
Beat butter and sugar until fluffy, then add eggs. Mix in the flour mixture, buttermilk and half the pecan nuts. Spoon into loaf tin and bake for 20 minutes. Top with chocolate chips and other half of pecan nuts and bake for another 35 minutes. For the sauce, melt chocolate and mix in butter and vanilla paste. For the full recipe, visit the Espresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to www.espressoshow.com. SMS the keyword chocolate to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs, T's and C's apply. There we go, and after it was baking nicely in the oven, it comes out looking all delicious, just like that.
How good is that? Imagine that for breakfast, toasted with a little bit of this stuff.
Yeah, I can just imagine. So your homemade chocolate sauce, very, very nice. Your chocolate butter. So that will basically, the chocolate after you've melted the butter and the vanilla in there, it'll kind of
so you leave it
like
to
that.
set, yeah, and it gets that creamy, glossy deliciousness.
Oh wow!
So no more Nutella, you can have chocolate butter.
That looks amazing. Thank you very much, Kate, for joining us this morning. It's all about cocoa, it's all about chocolate on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. Chocolate, bread, and butter. That keyword is chocolate. SMS that to 33728, and we'll send you everything you need to know to make this delicious creation. Right now, though, it is time for our culinary hotline, fixing your culinary conundrums.